Hello everyone. Today we're going to cover chapter 1, sentence building, the parts related to verbs. What is a verb? A verb is a word that expresses action or a state of being. As you see here in the chart, we have action verbs. What is an action verb? An action verb um, talks about an action that is being performed by the subject. Look at this part. So here, for example, drink. You do the action, you see the action. Run, you do it. And as you're doing it, the other people can see you running. Or talk, jump. And here you have a number of other verbs, action verbs. Please study them by yourself. So these are action verbs. We have another type of verb which is called stative verb. Stative verbs describe a state rather than an action, and they aren't usually used in the continuous form, so we don't use ing with them. For example, I don't know the answer. We cannot say I am not knowing. That's wrong. I don't know, because it's about a state of mind. She really likes you. We don't use ing with that. He seems happy at the moment. Again, no ing. Stative verbs often relate to states of thoughts and opinions, state of feelings and emotions, or state of perceptions and senses, state of possession and measurement. Let's read some of them together. Stative verbs that are related to thoughts and opinions are agree, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, mean, recognize, remember, suspect, think, understand. So we cannot say I am agree. That's wrong. I agree. I agree with you. Or I understand. I don't understand. We don't use ing. We don't use am, is, are with these stative verbs. Stative verbs that are about feelings and emotions are as follows: dislike, hate, like, love, prefer, want, wish. So you cannot say I am wanting. That's wrong. I want something, because that's a state of feelings or emotions. Stative verbs that are about senses and perceptions are as follows: appear, be, feel, hear, look, see, seem, smell, taste. And stative verbs that are about possession and measurement are as follows: belong, have, measure, own, possess, weigh. You can use a number of stative verbs to refer to an action as well. For example, I think it's a good idea. It's a stative verb. So in this verb, it expresses an opinion. But look at the second sentence. Wait a moment, I'm thinking. But this one is an action. So it is an action in progress, so we use ing form with it. And here we have other examples. So have is another stative verb that I said we cannot use ing with it. I have an old car. It's possession, right? But I am having a break, or I am having lunch. I'm having an ice cream. So it refers to an activity. See, do you see any problems with that? It's a state. It refers to an opinion. We're seeing Tadanari tomorrow afternoon. So it's an action. We're meeting him. It's an appointment. He's so interesting. It's a state. It's a permanent quality. He's being very unhelpful. It's an action. He is temporarily behaving this way. Taste. This coffee tastes delicious. So it's a state, our perception of the coffee, what we think about that coffee, the taste of that coffee. Look, the chef is tasting the soup. This is an action. Tasting the soup is an activity. Other verbs like this include agree, appear, doubt, feel, guess, hear, imagine, look, measure, remember, smell, weigh, and wish. Now let's do some exercises together. Read these sentences and then choose the best option. I just show you the answers. I don't read the sentences. Okay, let's check the answer together. It smells amazing. So it refers to the sense of smell. The answer is, I imagine they'll be here quite soon. It's a state of mind, mental state. We're having coffee with that person. Why having? Because we're meeting that person. So it's an activity. I don't understand. Again, mental state. I'm feeling this avocado to see if it's ready to eat, to see if it is ripe. So this is an activity. She's seeing the dentist. She's meeting. She has an appointment. The answer is, you know what I mean? Again, mental state. Agrees, and Ben agrees. In addition to stative verbs and action verbs, we have linking verbs too. What are linking verbs? Linking verbs connect the subjects of the sentence to the adjective or to the object of the sentence. So the student's subject are linking verb, tired adjective. They are in the classroom. They subject in the classroom object. So the linking verb connects these two parts. Here I have more explanation and a more complete list of linking verbs. Let's read them together. The name linking verbs is given to verbs such as be and seem, which link the subject of the sentence with an adjective or a noun or pronoun. So you don't use adverbs with linking verbs. Compare the following two sentences. Anna always dresses smartly. Dress is a main verb, and then you have smartly as an adverb. Anna always looks smart. Looks is a linking verb, and smart is an adjective. There are two main types of linking verbs. The type of linking verb that shows a stay, like be, seem, appear, look, feel, smell, taste, and sound. And the type that shows a change, like become, come, get, go, grow, and turn. Some linking verbs are also function as ordinary action verbs, like the boss looked at me angrily. It's an action verb. Or she tasted the food carefully. Again, it's an action verb. Now let's do this exercise together. It's a substitute drill. So pause the video, make your sentences, and then check your answers with me. The phrase says, why don't you ever take me seriously? Because you never look serious. Look is a linking verb. Serious is an adjective. I just assume that you're ready. So if you're not ready, please pause the video, then check your answers with me. Seem. You never seem serious. Sound. You never sound serious. Happy. You never sound happy. Feel. You never feel happy. Lonely. You never feel lonely. Get. You never get lonely. Depressed. You never get depressed. Become. You never become depressed. Just pay attention to these verbs. All of them are linking verbs, and the word that comes after them in this exercise, all of these words are adjectives. Now, in this exercise, we have nouns at the end of the sentence, and we are going to add FUL and change these nouns to adjectives. Fear, fearful. Then peace, peaceful. Okay? So let's do this together. The lion caused a lot of fear. You should make a sentence like this. It was fearful. Mr. Green preferred peace to fighting. He was peaceful. Next one, Mina had many doubts. Pause the video, do the exercise, and then check your answers with me, by the way. I assume you're ready. So here goes the answer. She was doubtful. John had lots of success. He was successful. The police officer had a lot of power. He was powerful, or she was powerful, or the police officer was powerful. Peter was full of hope. He was hopeful. She had great beauty. She was beautiful. In this exercise, you're going to make statements using the adjectives in parentheses. So the adjective is here, and you should use the verb that you see here. For example, these are, by the way, verbs that refer to senses. So we call them sensory verbs too. I don't like the smell of garlic. Garlic smells bad. I like the taste of this orange. This orange tastes sweet. Now pause the video, do this exercise. When you're ready, check your answers with me. Assuming you're ready, here goes the first answer. I don't like the taste of onions. Onions taste awful. I like the smell of peaches. Peaches smell pleasant. I don't like the taste of this cheese. This cheese tastes salty. I like the smell of this rice. This rice smells delicious. I don't like the taste of this food. This food tastes sour. In the next exercise, you're going to make questions using do you think that? And then use a pronoun instead of the noun. Example, fish are slimy, feel. Do you think that they really feel slimy? This food is delicious, taste. Do you think that it really tastes delicious? Now pause the video, do this exercise. When you're ready, check with me. Okay, the first answer, the child is overweight. Do you think that it really looks overweight? As we don't have enough information about the child, you can use the pronoun it instead. But if you knew whether the child was male or female, you could use he or she instead. The questions are tricky. Do you think that they really seem tricky? The carpet is damp. Do you think that it really feels damp? The party is noisy. Do you think that it really sounds noisy? The children are cheerful. Do you think that they really appear cheerful? The next set of thinking verbs that we have refer to changes. They can be permanent changes or short-term or temporary changes. Go and become are used with color words. Like leaves go brown in autumn. She went white with anger. Suddenly everything went black. So go and become, let me just summarize it here. We can use go and become with color words. Turn can be used with color words too, but it sounds rather formal. So in a formal setting, it's better to use turn white, turn red. So here we have the weather has turned cold and windy. Go is also used with adjectives in many cases where people and things change. But this change is not a pleasant change. They change for the worse, especially when the change is permanent or difficult to make. So let's summarize it this way. We use go with a permanent, long-lasting, negative change. Like people go mad, people go crazy, they lose their minds, or people go bald, they lose their hair. People go deaf, they cannot hear any longer. People go blind, they cannot see any longer. So all of them are negative changes, and you cannot reverse them. Come is used in some expressions to say that things finish up all right. For example, you can say come true. My dream has come true. Or it's all right. It's all come right in the end. In cases where you have short-term or temporary changes, short-term or temporary changes, we use get, like you can get ill, but then you can recover. You can get sick, you can get angry, but you don't stay angry for longer than 15 minutes. After that, you're faking it. Get, for example, ill, sick, mad, synonym of angry. So with short-term temporary changes, you can use get. Now let's go forward. So in this exercise, you're going to use either got or went. So we use get with temporary changes, and we use go with permanent changes. He lost his hair, so it is a permanent change. He went bald. She lost all her energy. She got tired. After that, she can gain some energy and feel better, right? So it's a temporary change. Pause the video, do this exercise, then check your answers with me. All right. Here goes the first answer. He lost his mind. He went crazy. I lost a lot of weight. I got thin. She lost her temper. She got angry. He lost his sight. He went blind. They lost their hope. They got hopeless. So bad, permanent, long-term changes. Go. Short-term changes. Get. In this exercise, you're going to make statements using ly. So you're going to use adverbs. They felt happy. They lived happily. Mr. Lee got angry. He shouted angrily. Pause the video, do it by yourself, then check with me. Assuming you're ready, here is the first answer. Jane seemed desperate. Jane tried desperately. I became drowsy. I watched TV drowsily. The teacher appeared disappointed. The teacher listened disappointedly. The medicine looked effective. The medicine worked effectively. The designer was creative. The designer thought creatively. So here we have main verbs plus adverbs. And the last group of verbs that you have in this lesson are helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. We use these types of verbs to make questions and negative sentences when we need help. Helping verbs differ from linking verbs because linking verbs join the subject and the rest of the sentence, while helping verbs require other verbs to be present. For example, I went out. If I want to change it into question, I need a helping verb. For example, did you go out? Did is an auxiliary verb. We call it an auxiliary verb or helping verb. Do, does, did, may, might, can. Okay, these are all helping verbs. Thanks for watching and have a good evening. See you next time. Bye-bye.